Welcome to the Drama Time podcast. I'm your
With a
host,
terrible
Pieman,
microphone.
and yes, because my laptop just broke, so I have to use my terrible phone microphone. I'm joined with my co-hosts Alibi
Yes.
and Michael.
Yowza.
Yes.
Okay, so Michael, do you want to start talking about whatever?
Sure. So, this is an interesting episode because this is not about any allegations. For one, this isn't about Mr. Girl. This is about Jalen. We're not gonna talk about some stupid shit like that. This is even
So, Michael, do you
more
wanna-
AIDS than it should be. And personally, I don't think this should even be an episode, but it is for some reason. I don't know, content. But so Civil War, not really a civil war. It's just two dumbasses just gonna go back at it, going at it back and forth. Because I liked a tweet from Cami that referenced Pieman, and Pieman blocked me for it. So that's kind of the discussion right now that we're. This is
Yes.
where
I just want to say, if this is a civil war, then I would be the Confederates, apart from I don't lose, because I'm the racist.
Nice. Base. Fucking base. It's
Based.
Fix yourself.
How long is it?
Why? Also, why is my audio so fucking loud
Because you're
on
loud,
the live stream?
Because you're a fucking loud person, Michael. No offense.
Do you have me at 200%?
I have you like 80. Okay,
Hold on.
I just turned you down. You're good now. You're good now.
All right. I'm just saying. But yeah, no. So how should we start this like properly? Like how should we?
Maybe we each give our opinion and then we talk after that. Like we each have our own opening statement or whatever.
All right. I guess I'll start. I'll start it off. I personally don't see you as a fucking pedo defender because people, I don't see anybody calling you one unironically. I don't even think Cami or Jacko or anybody are actually calling you a pedo defender unironically. Maybe they are. Maybe I don't know. But simply that's just not the way I see you as. I saw that tweet and I just liked it. I just like thought it was a bit funny. I didn't see it in any like I didn't look at it as an ill will attempt just to get back at you at any, because that would be stupid. I have nothing against you personally, but it's just I only like the tweet. It has 70 likes. I have no idea how many likes, 71 maybe. But I just like the tweet, and then I have no idea. Like an hour later or a few minutes later, I have no idea when. No, I do not like dick. Shut the fuck up.
You do, Michael. Everyone knows.
Just shut up and just end the poll. But yeah, I really look at it in a bad way. I didn't really look at the tweet in the bad way. All I did was keck and liked it, and that was it. There was no bad blood in me liking that. And I didn't really have a reason to, like it in bad intentions. I can't really think of a better way to kind of describe this. It kind of sounds like I'm running in a fucking circle. This sounds boring, but yeah, no, all I did was like a tweet, and I found out I was blocked. But you can give your sentiment on it.
Okay. Okay. So first of all, I know you don't think I'm a pedo defender. I don't think most people like the tweet do think that, but that's not the point. I'm not blocking people because they think I'm a pedo defender. I'm blocking them because they're spreading misinformation stuff that makes me look like one. So the the meme in questions is something like Pieman going to defend remains because, like in Philippines, it's legal or something. I don't know what the Philippines has anything to do with that. I never mentioned that word or anything. But the butt of the joke is that apparently, like, I would just defend. I would find like any excuse to defend someone who did, like something terrible. And this sort of stuff, it's not just like this meme in specific. For the last 6 months, people have been making these sort of memes, which have, like, objectively, it has made many people think I'm like pedophile defender or stuff. It's, it's more common sentiment than you think. I've seen many people, say that I think pedophilia is okay. I think there's nothing wrong with it, all that sort of stuff. And this is just feeding into that. And I mean, even this tweet itself is spreading misinformation. For example, I talked with one person, and from that tweet, they said, "Oh, but didn't you say what Vex did was okay because it was legal in the Philippines? Because that's what the tweet implied. That's what the meme implied." And no, I never said that at all. That's like just completely made up. And if that person just got that information from that tweet, that means that tweet is spreading the misinformation. That person was someone who actually specifically deals, like, and makes videos about allegations and stuff. So it's clearly spreading misinformation that I think, Vex did nothing wrong because it's legal in the Philippines or whatever. And Vex is, she's a horrible person. She did terrible stuff, and a meme making it look like, a meme making people think that I defended her, that I think she did nothing wrong is, basically a meme that spreads misinformation that makes me look like a terrible person. And honestly, I don't care about the intention. I don't care about whether, you just found it a funny meme, even though I think it's kind of weird that you would find it a funny meme, given that the part of the joke is that I want to defend pedophiles no matter what. But I think if something spreads terrible misinformation, I am happy blocking anyone who likes it because they are contributing to spreading this misinformation, which makes me seem like a terrible person. And yeah, I mean, if you want to get unblocked, you can just, I've said this to other people. If you want to get unblocked, you can just not like the Pie Man as a pedophile jokes again, and then I'll unblock you. I think it's pretty simple. It's me or the Pie Man as a pedophile jokes. One has to go. It all depends on which is more important to you.
I mean, you could have just blocked Cam I don't think you would have just had to block. Because
it's not just about that. It's about people spreading the misinformation stuff. Because liking a tweet, even if it's not an explicit endorsement, it is spreading it. And I don't want. I really don't care to keep on looking at the tweets of someone who willingly spreads misinformation that makes me look like a terrible person and a pedophile defender. So, yeah.
Well,
that was a long fucking thing of silence. That was such a
bad.
long fucking.
That was bad.
Oh my god.
Shut up, alibi, like you usually do. I'm kidding.
You know what, Michael? You could suck my dick and eat a whole case of nuts. Fuck
you. Are literally
you
14. I am not doing that. Shut up.
Suck a dick and eat a whole case of nuts. Fucking ugly ass bitch ass. Fucking. Matter of fact, let me pull up a picture of Michael real quick. Hold on. You look. Yeah, I just don't. You're like you're the white version of the cinnamon from fucking Apple Jacks. Fucking. Hold on.
What? Okay, but no, like. I think just blocking so many people over it, even if it's spreading it, like blocking somebody that liked it isn't going to prevent it from spreading if that's what your objective is. It's not.
I think it prevents it more.
Well, how so? How so?
Okay, first of all, first of all, I don't really care to interact with the tweets of someone who wants to spread misinformation. And second of all, I think, this sort of thing, if I don't interact with a lot of these people, anymore, because before most of the jokes and stuff came from when they interacted with me, and then they did that. And if I don't interact with them, then it'll stop most of that stuff from happening. And like I said, I just don't really care to interact with anyone who wants to spread that misinformation stuff.
You don't. The thing is that you can put a full stop to spreading to the spread of this misinformation just by making a. I'm not. I can't see your Twitter, to be honest. I can't really see what you're tweeting right now. I mean, I could if I wanted to like change accounts, but that's not really like. I feel like I said this before, tweeting about it might not help as much, but like if you were to make a video about it and address it in a video, it would probably have more impact. Because just tweeting something about it, it isn't really going to help you, because people are gonna kind of misinterpret it more if it's just in a tweet. But if you were to express it in a video about how you are frustrated of how people are just misunderstanding your actual stance on these situations, like you could just do it in a video. I think that would definitely be better, because I feel spoken word has more impact than just a tweet or a thread or a twit longer. Maybe a twit longer could work, and the good 99% of the people who like that tweet, maybe a little less than that percentage of people, they obviously don't think you're a pedophile defender. And even if they're like,
I'm not sure about that.
Why you say that?
Because the butt of the joke is that I would do anything to defend someone who did something terrible.
I mean, that is like that's the joke. But
what's funny about that?
Because it's obvious enough that you don't unironically defend like pedos. You don't.
I don't think that's true, because I don't think that's true, because I mean I like Jacko and that gang. They clearly have said like not just implied, but through many other tweets they made and stuff, that they do think I have defended pedophiles and I'm a pedophile defender. Many people have replied to me and DM me like in occasions calling me a pedophile defender and saying all sorts of terrible stuff for months now, almost all because of those sort of jokes. People do think that. And also, I don't think making a video is the best idea, because, first of all, it's just, feeding the fire. If I just block these people, just cut it off, then it will do much more stuff than just making more content to do with it.
But
blocking people makes something to do with it for a few days, but then it just stops after that. Blocking works in the long term. I don't think so. After a couple days, people forget about the block and they just don't see my tweets. They forget about it. Also, it's like 50 people who engages with this sort of stuff. It's 50 people who, maybe at the maximum, 80. But almost all my audience and stuff, they don't care about this stuff. It's like a portion of it's just portion of the small commentary community. Honestly, I don't care if I just cut them off.
It's counterintuitive if you're blocking them, because that gives it more intention. The more you try to
then that's the last thing I do. But then I don't interact with them after that. So, like I said, in the long term, even though maybe for a couple of days it blows up or something, in the long term it works, because then I don't have to interact with them anymore after that again. And then because they're not. I mean, it's not like months later they're going to keep on talking about the block. But after a few days,
obviously, yeah, but
it'll go away. Exactly. But if I don't block them, then it'll keep on coming up all the time.
That's debatable in itself as well, but
I think it's true, because people have been doing that stuff since May, and most times I haven't even been it's not like I've been drama all the time with the people who've been doing this stuff, but it's just been constant over and over again for 6 months. I think that if I continued interacting with people who make these type of jokes, they will just continue. Look, I'm just saying, Michael, if a group of people made jokes implying that okay, let's just say a group of people make jokes implying that you rape animals for 6 months again and again and again, to the point where many people think you do rape animals. If I like one of those tweets, I think it would be okay if you blocked me.
The thing is that, like, for the commentary community, people would not see me as an actual fucking zoophile. Nobody would see me as that. People have constantly joked about me being a brony.
But yeah, but okay.
It's some people.
What if they did?
People, but it's a small percentage. It's a small percentage. That don't mean anything to me. Yes, I got mad at Alfie and Jacko like months back in April when they were kind of making jokes about me, making jabs at me. I gave them attention by blocking them and having it bother me. Ignoring it or just completely muting the conversation if they at me, then like if I ignore it, it's not gonna bother me as much. Like it'll bother me.
You do know that if you blocked it after a few days, it would be over. I mean, you just unblocked them like a day after anyway. So if you blocked them, I think it would have gone away.
No.
Yep.
Like
after a couple days, we've gone.
And maybe it would have gone away a couple days, but dude, then again, it doesn't really change on both sides, because if you yes, I blocked them only for like a certain amount of time, but over time, I just started to realize that they were doing this just to get a reaction out of me. They're doing this to get a reaction out of you. That's
not true. Okay. First of all, let me tell you a story.
No.
So I got this DM from this one person who isn't even that, it's just a random small commentator guy. And apparently he was just invited into a voice chat with them. And then they were just talking shit about me and making up lies and saying all sorts of stuff. And they were saying this, they weren't saying it in a joking way. They were saying unironically. And it's not like they told me about this either. So obviously it wasn't to get a reaction out of me. So they were just bringing in random people and talking shit about me, making up lies about me. I don't think that's just some sort of joke.
Well, if it comes down to that, that isn't a joke. But what we're
if you look at all other tweets and stuff, they unironically believe I'm a pedophile defender. Also, in many of the other tweets, they think, maybe they don't think I'm a pedophile, but they definitely do think many things which aren't true. And it also makes other people think that I'm these terrible things. Because if you say it over and over and over and over and over again for 6 months, I think it has an effect. Look, I don't care about if they personally think I'm a pedophile offender. I don't care, I don't get my feelings hurt over these jokes. What I care about is people thinking I'm a pedophile defender and, a pedophile, which is objectively true. Many people have thought that because of these type of jokes. That is, objectively true. That's what I care about.
I mean, if people are just saying some actual shit about you and whatnot, and people actually feel that way about it, or actually feel that way about you and whatnot, then you don't really need to let that affect you. Even if it's lies, if someone says, Michael fucks animals or some shit, like that little example you brought up earlier, maybe some dumbass is gonna believe that, but a large percentage of people in the commentary community and outside of the commentary community will not believe that, because there is simply no proof to back it. There is simply no proof to back it.
But the thing is, people believe that anyway. Like I brought up with my example earlier.
If people believe it anyway.
Hold on. Somebody, because of that joke which they made, actually thought I defended Vex because it was legal in the Philippines, which is a completely made-up thing. And that was,
Yeah.
a prominent person who actually deals with with allegations and stuff all the time. So obviously, it isn't just some random dumbass. It's actual, quite a bit of people. And I can say, many people in my class, not just a couple of people, like quite a few, have all this type of stuff, and specifically because of these jokes. Like I said before in my example, if people over the course of 6 months repeatedly made like sort of semi-ironic, haha, Michael has
Right next to me.
dogs. And then like, yeah, I'm just joking, and then it causes many people to actually think that. I think that's that's worthy of like blocking it.
I wouldn't block someone, like, even if it bothered me, like if someone said, "Oh, Michael fucks horses," or "Michael fucks dogs," or some shit like that, making people like think that I'm some zoophile or some shit like that, when obviously there is no proof of that. There will be a good percentage of people, it's very small, a very small percentage of people will think this. Like, I don't know why you even bothered bringing up the zoophile example, but like, this is just a random example that you just decide to bring up. It could be any example, to be honest. People will believe anything on the internet, no matter what. Even if there is no evidence to it, people are gullible nowadays. People are so gullible, and
I
I'm not
agree.
really
People
gonna-
believe things
I'm
no
not-
matter what, but it's best
I'm-
to prevent that misinformation from spreading. Would you agree?
I'm not gonna block someone over it though, like, because I know it's not true. If it was true, then I really have like if someone said something about me that was true, and if it really got on my nerves, I would, and if I block them, that's when people start to realize, because I would not randomly block. I don't block anybody. Like, I don't block anybody. I have only blocked 10 people out of many people. I can't even count as many people as I've interacted with in this community and outside of it. Like, Garrett,
Okay.
I've just, yeah.
First of all, I think it's a bit silly to say that it's silly for someone to have a problem with misinformation if you know it's not true. I think misinformation has effects. I mean, things have effects. Even if you know something isn't true, lies being spread about you
If it gets as big, like if it gets big to the point where it actually starts to mentally affect me and whatnot, or other things like that, then obviously I will address it, but that don't mean I'm gonna block someone over it.
I think addressing it makes it, just a bigger thing than blocking it. Because, like I said before, if you block someone, maybe it becomes a big thing for a couple of days, but then after those couple of days, it just goes away entirely because you don't interact with those people anymore. That's just the truth.
Well,
I've never seen
I have to.
someone who
Then I
blocks
can
someone.
ignore
Then
them. I don't need to block them. I don't I could just not bother with it. I could just not even bother to interact with the tweet or interact with that person. Like, even if it's a message on Discord or somewhere else, if someone's sending me a message like, "Oh, you're a fucking pedophile," or like, "Oh, didn't you say this 2 years ago?" It's like, who the fuck cares? If it it's not gonna affect me, because it's not a majority of people coming at me about this. And if it's gonna grow over time, eventually I will respond and say, yeah, no, this is not true. Whoever's it's stupid, and obviously it's misinformation. But that don't mean I'm
Okay.
gonna block someone over it. I'm not gonna
First of
block
all-
someone over it. It's stupid.
First of
Even
all,
my closest
what's-
friends, I wouldn't even block them.
Okay, first of all, this is going so much to actually some of people who
Blogs
used
have
to be
become
my
an
friends believe this stuff. That's the point, and I think that's. I mean, I think that's a point where I actually can't just where I actually care about it, and because people who used to be my friends thinking this stuff,
If it's people that used to be your friends that are actually
like who
starting
were
to think that
friends
stuff-
up to people who were my friends up to the point where they believe this stuff. It's basically making people who were my friends think I'm these terrible things.
then you don't really need to associate with them. And if it actually gets so big to the point where it's, because a good percentage of people that like that Cam I tweet don't see you as that. Even I don't. Like, and you know that. And like, I don't even know why you blocked me. Like, even if you, like you said, you know that I'm not saying that you're a pedo defender, or do I think that I think you are? Then why would you block me?
You're spreading misinformation that makes me, that to many gullible people makes me seem like this thing. And honestly, if you're willingly spreading that misinformation, I really don't care to interact with your tweets much anymore. I'm just wondering what do you find so funny about the tweet?
What do I find funny about the tweet? Well, if I just pull up the, let me just go to Sigma. What the fuck is Alibi doing?
Huh?
What are you doing?
Instagram.
Well, I'm just, since Cami still has the tweet up, and if I go to it, it says Pie Man on his way to say what Remains did was okay because it's legal in the Philippines. That's
yes. The joke is that I would just defend someone who does something terrible just because.
And I kecked at it because
why?
the gift that attached that was one that got me. But like, obviously, I was laughing at it because I know that this was it was jabbing at you. But I knew in my mind that it wasn't actually going to like it like how do I word this?
It wasn't actually going to affect him.
Like affect him in a sense of like a good majority of people would see him as like an actual pedo defender, because the 71 people that like this tweet, and let's look at the retweets. You know, let's look at the quote tweets. Like, people, you block people just for liking the tweet, and you know, you made a response saying, I rarely block people, but if you basically claim I think there's nothing wrong with pedophilia, then you're going on the block list. I don't care who you are. And you know, I agree with that. But like, if it's someone baselessly claiming it,
That's what the tweet was. The meme did imply that. That's obvious. The butt of the joke is that I would just defend a pedophile no matter what, because I would find like some excuse in some like obscure law somewhere to do that. Now, I'm not saying the people who liked the tweet claim that, but the person, you know, the actual tweet itself is claiming that.
Would you want to hear from Cami yourself? Like on about
no,
that?
Thanks, because
then why not?
Thanks, because first of all, I know he'll just make the same excuses. I've heard it a million times. Second of all, I know from context, I know from speaking with, I know from seeing all the stuff that he said in private and public, and you know the stuff that he and his friends say, that it is unironic. No matter if you say, "Oh, I'm just joking." Now, I know he said, "Oh, well, Hyman didn't do with Remains," and I know that's true, but I know he thinks that I am a pedophile defender with like the Vex thing and stuff, which is, you know, a bunch of misinformation.
I mean, to be honest,
so honestly,
I don't know about that.
Okay. From all the tweets going back 6 months, I think I know that they're not being entirely ironic with this.
I like, again, going back on your one thing about like, why did I like the tweet and why did I find it funny? Well, one, the GIF attached because, you know, the Pie Man on his way and whatnot, and what Remains did, you know. Obviously, you disavowed Remains very quickly. And, you know, you didn't stand by what Remains did. And I understand that. And I know you're not a pedo defender. And like you said, you say that Cami is being unironic and whatnot. But to be honest, you can't really base.
No, I didn't say he's being unironic. I said he's being semi-ironic. So he does think that I would just. I think he does think I'm a pedophile defender, and that I would just. In many occasions, I would just try to find an excuse.
Has he said that though?
A pedophile.
Has he full blown said that you were a pedophile defender?
You don't need to say something like just like that,
but
to make it clear what you're doing. That's. I mean,
but you're thinking. I'm not trying to like interrupt you. Like, I'm just saying that like, if you think he's being semi-ironic and whatnot, and you're kind of just saying that, oh yeah, he thinks I'm a pedo defender, like when even though like even if he hasn't said it like full blown, like in a sentence, how would you know? To be fair, like where like how are you like how like where like how are you getting this? How do you act like how do you think that like what makes you think that he thinks that you are an actual pedo defender? Would it be from like the Vex situation or something like that? Like
Yes, I think that, and also many of the jokes that he's made over the past 6 months, the stuff which I've seen him say in private and in public, and just generally like, look, I know this. It's just been like I've seen enough context to know that.
well, I feel like that's something that I know you wouldn't want to, but I feel like that's something that you should really talk to Kamai about that. Even if you didn't want to. Even if you didn't want to talk to Kamai, I feel like to get Kamai's full perspective of the situation and the full perspective of whatnot and of everything. I the way I see it, Kamai was just being completely ironic with that tweet. Because I don't see him actually thinking that you're a pedo defender because, obviously they've made jokes about you, about the situation that happened in December, and whatnot.
I'm just saying they've made constant Pieman as a pedophile jokes going back for 6 months, like repeatedly, despite me rarely provoking them into doing it.
But I don't think that's pushing an agenda that actually makes that, is letting people know that they actually think that way about you. I don't think that's what they're trying to push.
It does make people think that way about me.
Well, what kind of what percentage of people are like people that used to be your friends and whatnot? If it's a small percentage of people, then like I said before, you wouldn't need to address it. But like if it's getting to the point where it's starting to affect you, like you made that tweet saying that you would block anybody who basically claimed that there's nothing wrong with pedophilia. But what if someone said that baselessly claiming that, but that came from like someone like Jacko or Kamai or something like that? Like, what would you say? Like, what if that came from them? Or what if that came from me? Like, there's nothing wrong with pedophilia. Like, and I basically claim that.
No, hold on. No. I was saying if someone basically claims I think that.
You think?
Wait. I was saying if somebody basically claims that I think there's nothing wrong with pedophilia, then I'm blocking them.
But if you basically claim I think... Oh, I thought you were referencing about like people that basically said that they thought there was nothing wrong with pedophilia. No. All right, well, that makes
obviously that's terrible too, but yeah. It's just that I've had enough of these. Like, I don't care about the intentions. These jokes have made people think I'm terrible things, and I've just had enough of them. This is it. After like a few days, then this will just like be in the past. And then this is, it's the end of the arc, the end of the Pieman's a pedophile joke arc.
I mean, dude, that's not really gonna go away. Like with the Pieman and Sin things, obviously the entire Purgatory group jokes about that. Solar does. I know him. He's funny.
But that's different. That's
I know it's different. But like what I'm saying is that these jokes aren't really going to go away. Like the brony jokes for me, those aren't really going to go away. Will they dim? Of course they will. They will dim for me. But in your situation, it's different, and I can understand that. For me, it's like people are gonna, call me a brony no matter what, even though I've completely disbanded from that entire fandom indefinitely. That fandom fucking sucks now. I completely privated my video about it because it took months, like 2 to 3 months of actually thinking about taking down that video. and a few of my friends had said like I should keep it up still, but like because I was so proud of it. It's not the fact that I'm proud of it. I'm still proud of the video's production. What I'm not proud of is the fandom. And I'm not going to stay in a fandom that I'm being labeled into as a brony and shit. And I know those jokes aren't gonna stop, but like once I disbanded from like that fandom, I obviously still have friends from that fandom and whatnot. But like the jokes that come at me like, oh, brony shit, it isn't really gonna affect me as much as if I were still in the fandom. And if I still had the video up, people are still going to make jokes about it. And I know it's harmless, but for you, it's different. Those jokes aren't really going to go away. Jokes like these aren't really going to like dim forever. They may go away for a little while, maybe a long time, but they'll eventually spring back up again,
I'm not sure about that.
But, you want to take callers, A-Star, you can, A-Star, if you're listening in, you can join in on the waiting room. We'll pull you in. You can still ask your questions from earlier because I know Pieman wasn't being able to.
I gotta go in like 10 minutes.
Fuck. Shit. I'm gonna pull in.
Alibi. I was gonna say, can you like just keep it up for like a bit longer and then. Maybe, once you come back, just switch it off.
No, the thing is, like, I'm gonna be gone for like the entire time. Like, I have to get off. All right. Yeah. And, what's it called?
A-Star's here.
I mean, Michael, if you want to, you can like continue the stream or like something like that. Yeah.
I could if I would, but no, A-Star's in here, and I think we're only gonna be able to have A-Star call in. So that's.
Hi there. Hello.
All right.
Ow.
Hello.
So you had questions for Pieman that you had said in chat?
It's a question I asked earlier because I admittedly didn't watch the entire stream, so I'm kind of tuning in for a few minutes now.
Yeah.
I take it this is about, like, Pieman, you made a tweet recently about, like, blocking a whole bunch of friends, and you felt pretty miffed about people liking a really, like, offensive joke about you referencing December, right?
Yes, but I don't think it's just about that. Memes.
Well, yeah, it's about the constant jokes. Yeah, and I get that. I was trying to ask because I don't think I got an answer. I tried to leave a bit of advice or my 2 cents on like that tweet that you made about, falling out with friends and things not working out and maybe friends kind of getting on your nerves. I'm hoping some of that helped because I saw you deleted the tweet afterward, and I don't know if because you're talking with Michael 1. I think Michael 1 was one of the people that you blocked, and he's been your friend for a while.
I don't think that tweet was referencing that as much. Michael is still like my friend. I think it was more meaning people who I consider my friends starting to believe like terrible things about me because of like a lot of these misinformation being spread.
You think they actually believe things like that?
I think, yes, definitely a few people which believed some misinformation about me who I considered my friend.
If that's the case, I heard Michael 1 like present this a few times, and I know you aren't interested, but it might just be worth really trying to rationalize and talk with people that are making these kinds of edgy jokes, because while people like Camai know it's a joke and it's at your expense, I know Camai doesn't actually believe that, and if that were the case, this would be a little bit different. But no, people like them or people who like that tweet know that you don't like the joke, so what they do is laugh at your reaction or try to get a reaction out of it. So it just makes sense that if this is like actually taking a toll on you, because that's what it looks like. It looks like things have been eating away at you slowly over the last 10 months. I would take it that it's probably a good option to try approaching talking with these people that either you think believe things like this about you, or the person that is still running the joke into the ground at your own expense. Even if it's taking a toll at your mental health, it shouldn't be something that they continue to do without knowing that you've tried to communicate with them and bridge a gap, or at least explain that this isn't exactly funny, at least on my end. And if they don't care, if they think, oh, it's still funny to me, then they might as well not matter to you at that point, because their mind is set. They're going to think what they want to think about you, and that sucks. You can't change that, but I don't think you need to worry about them as much as you want to make sure that you're on good terms with your friends, that they know you, they believe you, they trust who you are, and you're not having to second guess people and then block people because they like a tweet, even if you know that your friends who are close with you and tight with you, if they like the tweet, you should know that, okay, they don't take that seriously. They found it funny. I assume if Michael 1 liked the tweet that you blocked everyone else for, that Michael 1 didn't actually believe that in terms of Pie Man's actually a degen. No, I think it was just a case of let's laugh about a really shitty event. I mean, I had to laugh at what I did, and it sucks because I feel terrible about what I did. December was a shit show.
Well, first of all, I didn't really block people because I think like they believe that. I more block people because like I really don't care to interact much with people who spread misinformation about me. And also I don't really think that me like talking to those people would really do much. I think it would just continue no matter what, and I understand that, and that's why I just thought blocking it, just cutting it off, will just that's the best thing to do. Just me not interacting with it anymore.
Yeah, if you don't want to play into the joke, that's perfectly fine, especially if you're not willing to laugh at your own expense on something that's serious. I totally understand. It's not something a lot of people would want to. But if your friends or other people that are mutuals with your friends still continue joking about it, even if they're not doing it in the literal sense, thinking it's true, talking with them one-to-one and making sure that you're on that same page might still be worth it. Unfortunately, you can't really control how your friends will perceive things as haha funny, or people backhanded thinking things about you without telling you that they have these crazy opinions. And you won't really know that a lot of the time unless they fess up and you talk to them and try to see if there's actually something that isn't being said. Otherwise, not talking about it with them might just also be another like Streisand effect, as I've seen a few people say in chat. So it might be worth approaching that at least independently with people privately, if it becomes a problem that is still bothering you and also taking a toll on your friendships. That's just my opinion about this. I have no idea if anything I said that other time on your tweet in regards to having fallings out and people online not being considered real friends had any effect.
Yeah.
Because believe it or not, you can still make real friends online. You'll probably make a larger abundance of them, and if you don't talk with them often, yeah, you'll drift. That happens IRL too. So I don't think it's a super special case, but maybe your luck might be different. I know you probably don't get as many chances to interact with people IRL. So savoring and building those relationships online probably is priority.
Yeah. Okay. So I think maybe like I mean the people who already like think these sort of stuff about me, I don't think there's really much point in talking with them about it. I think if they go to the point where they believe that stuff, I don't really think it's worth staying friends with them anymore. But maybe like I mean I don't really think there's anyone like I need to talk to about this, because I mean the people who were my friends and they like the tweet, I mean if they just like the tweet, I would assume they have good intentions. So I wouldn't, it's not like I'm not friends with them anymore. It's just that I'll just block them because they spread misinformation. I really don't care much to interact with them on Twitter, at least, anymore, even if I'm still their friend.
But you did still block people that you probably shouldn't have that were your friends, like Michael, though, for that tweet, right?
Yes, I blocked them, but not because I think they believe it, but because they were spreading sort of misinformation. Because like I said, I remember one person who I talked with after I blocked them. They said something while I was talking to them, like, "Oh, but didn't you say what Vex did was okay because it was legal in the Philippines, which is what the meme implied." And I said, "No, that's not true, because that's just I don't know where they just got that from the meme. They took it at face value. That's not true at all. So obviously, even that meme itself is spreading like misinformation like that."
And I take it with the people that you did know that liked it, it was probably interpreted as like a case of them condoning it as a funny joke, or people that would look at it and say, and people that take it at face value and think, oh, Pieman actually said this or thought that.
Well, I think. Wait, hold on for a second. Sorry. I think if somebody just liked the tweet, I would just assume that they have good intentions, because I like to assume good intentions for that sort of stuff. Like, I don't think that everyone who liked the tweets thinks that I'm, a pedophile defender or whatever. It's just that, I don't really, like I said, I don't really care to interact with them much on Twitter if they spread the misinformation and, sort of condone this sort of stuff.
What's it called? I think we have to end it here. I have to go.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. I've been here for a while. I hope you work things out, at least with people that maybe might have been miffed about the block, or that things are still going all right. I hope you don't burn or like downplay all the friendships you have online, because I will say, if you feel like, for the people that probably might think there's truth in whatever rumors or theories about what you may think is enough to end a friendship, if you also prematurely cut friendships with people too, that might go to them as how much you value them. And I think you should retain the idea of how important your actual friendships are, the ones that you feel like you've invested time and energy into. So if you aren't in that mindset, perfect. Don't throw them away. If you are, I strongly encourage you think on this stuff more, rethink or reread what I said in that thread. But I hope things work out. I'm not fully educated on the other references in terms to the Vex stuff and everything, so I'll probably have to assume good faith here that there isn't much importance there, versus, I guess, the shit that happened in December that kind of kicked off a lot of this, which, again, I'm still sorry for.
Yeah. Thank you.
No problem, man. Have a good stream, and
your advice.
Yeah, take care and get better, all right? All right, peace.
Yeah, thanks. See ya.
Okay, yeah, I think we have to end this stream now. Okay. This has been the Drum Time podcast.
Are you sure there's no way to just keep it going for a while and then just coming back?
Okay. Yeah.
Like, is there a way to just like automatically end it after like 10 minutes?
I don't think so, honestly. I don't think so. I can just I'll just go on mute. I'll just go on mute, and yeah, you guys can keep the stream going.
All right.
That's a good idea. Okay.
All right, so I'm gonna bring Jacko in, since he's been waiting quite a bit. So, Jacko, you are on the air.
Okay. Pieman. Don't listen to the haters. Don't listen to the haters, okay? Shake it off. Pieman doesn't take L's. Go out of there and show them who's boss. Hello?
Hello?
Is anybody there? Okay.
Oh, I am here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, why can't I hear my own voice? Okay. It don't. I can't hear. What? My audio isn't working. Can you guys hear?
I can hear you.
I can hear you.
Okay. Pieman, don't listen to the haters, okay? Shake it all off. Go out of there. Pieman doesn't take L's. Okay? Okay, man, go out of there. Fucking show them who's boss. Small-minded, like, people. Fucking. Oh, yeah, that's all I had to say. Bye.
All right.
See him.
All right, I'm a bring in Mr. Nerdy John T02. Hello, Nerdy John. You are on the air. You are on the Drama Time podcast.
1 second. Wait. Oh, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Sure.
Yes.
Okay. So, like, I have a question for both of you. Why the fuck are you streaming about this when this should be handled in private? Michael, you're fucking bitching on Twitter Spaces. And then you guys decide to make a whole stream about this.
I wasn't bitching about this.
Okay, Pie Man question. It's like, let's say, I don't know, Steven Crowder makes a joke about the vaccines. That's technically spreading misinformation, is it not?
Yeah.
So should Steven Crowder be silenced?
I think no. I don't think that.
So you think? So let me get this straight. Hold
on. Let me think, because there's a difference there. First of all, if Steven Crowder were to be silenced over vaccines, it would probably be by YouTube itself. I'm not calling for any of the people making those jokes to be banned off Twitter, because me personally blocking them, like them not being able to see my tweets, is different from banning them off an entire website. There's a very clear difference there. For example, if Steven Crowder were to, make a lot of, this is a good example with the Carlos Maza Steven Crowder thing, which I mostly take Steven Crowder's side on.
Right.
He spread misinformation about Carlos Maza, which he didn't, but if he did, then I think it would be okay for Carlos Maza to block Steven Crowder on Twitter. But that doesn't mean Steven Crowder should face any repercussions from the site itself. There's a big difference between blocking someone on a site and censorship.
Now, my next question is, so, like, okay, Pie Man, I get, like, why this subject is sensitive for you, given, like, the past history of, like, people trying to call you a pedophile and stuff, or, in this instance, a pedophile defender. But, given the fact that because, like, I didn't know about this shit till Michael started quote tweeting and bitching on Twitter about this. So, this is a situation where people who didn't know about the situation at all didn't know about it until you started trying to block and take down people.
Like I said, in 2 days, even though the short-term effect might, make more people get attention to it, in the long term, it'll have less attention to it, because it won't really happen much anymore after that, because it'll be blocked and there will be no interaction between them.
And would you agree, though, that you're being a bit sensitive about the situation?
No, I don't think so. I don't think I'm being sensitive.
You don't think you're being sensitive?
I don't think so.
All right. Well, it's just let me get this straight. Like, making blackface jokes, that's perfectly fine, but like the joking.
Do you want me to explain the difference between an edgy joke and a personal joke? Okay, so blackface. Okay, blackface is edgy, right? It's making fun of. Well, actually, it was like a satire of cancel culture stuff.
Oh yeah, and before you continue on, let me clarify. I don't have a problem with the blackface joke, so I'm just using that as an example.
Okay. And a personal joke is like a joke directly at a person, which is himself and them specifically. I think what I like to use as an example is, if you make a Holocaust joke, that's edgy, but I think you're not like a bad person or an asshole because you make a Holocaust joke. You can make a Holocaust joke just in a comedy club or whatever. But if you go to a convention of Holocaust survivors who survived the Holocaust and tell those Holocaust jokes to their face,
what the fuck did I come back to?
Difference. Okay, I'm just explaining why I'm fine with the blackface jokes and not okay with this jokes. Do you want me to explain the example to you, Michael, that I used? Okay, so an edgy joke isn't directed at a specific person. It's just at a subject which is considered like taboo, right? A personal joke is a joke directly at one person. What I used as an example to Nerdy John before is, if you make a Holocaust joke, that's fine. It's edgy. It's about a type of subject. But, you're not a bad person or an asshole for making a Holocaust joke. But if you go to a Holocaust convention where all the people at the convention, they all survived the Holocaust and underwent traumatic experiences to do with that in the 1940s Germany, then you're kind of an asshole if you tell Holocaust jokes to their faces. That's the difference between an edgy joke and a personal joke, in my opinion.
And then like another thing too is like, okay, so like let's talk about like Vosh has blocked people for like bringing up the whole the moments where he's defended CP. Susie Lou's blocked people for making forehead jokes, and those are personal attacks, especially with the Vosh one, because it kind of relates.
Okay.
And like the communities call them bitches for those like situations.
Yes, because first of all, they were in the wrong in those situations. And second of all, I mean, the forehead joke, that's, I wouldn't even call that really personal that much, because it's just like making a joke about a forehead. Who really cares about that? With the Vosh thing, the
like Susie clearly cares.
Criticism and stuff.
Right, but Pie Man, like people can say, "Oh, it's just a pedophile joke. Who cares?" Like obviously, like with different people, they take personal attacks.
Because it actually makes people think they're a pedophile. I think the Vouch comparison is similar, but it's a bit different because it's like an actual question, and he hasn't really addressed a lot of that stuff in a good way. But I think saying that the community is lambasted that over them blocking people, I don't think it's about them blocking people. I think it's more about that's how they react with a lot of the criticism as well. For example, I think almost every large creator in the community, whether it be, Turkey Tom, John Swan, Nicholas Durio, Augie RFC, they've all blocked people who have been like annoying in their replies. I don't think blocking people in and of itself is, sensitive or a bad thing to do. I think with those situations, it was more them evading criticism rather than, just people being assholes in their replies. Any other questions?
No, not at all.
Can I drag Cam Ian?
Okay.
All right. The moment we've all been waiting for. Cameron, you are on the air.
Okay, I'm a changed man now. I'm a pie man. Hater now.
God.
I take everything back. Okay, you're no longer based in edgy king, whatever. Okay, no, I'm here because, I remember when you made that one like video, like the history of the Dream SMP, right?
Yes.
Alluded to Dream being like a pedophile or like a weirdo or something. Like you said, like Dream was sexual relationship with like a bunch of children.
Yes, I think there's
no. Wouldn't you be technically alluding to Dream being a pedophile in that situation?
Yes.
Like isn't it essentially the same thing? Or like when it isn't obviously the exact same thing, but like when you accused Commentary W's of being like a flagger just because the account got taken down or something.
I still stand by that.
Really? Or when you called fucking haha yeah like a doxer because he posted like one of your Reddit posts to Twitter.
I didn't call him a doxer.
No, like on that tweet you said like people are trying to find out like my full name and like address and shit. I mean essentially doxing.
I never said that. I never said people are trying to find my full name or address. I said something like, oh, people are looking through my old Reddit posts and something. I think it's like kind of weird or whatever. So.
And I mean, you did say I need to delete my Reddit now because blah 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 blah. I fucking don't remember. Hold on.
I never accused him of trying to find my address or full name. I never accused him of being a doxer. Maybe
I mean you didn't
comfortable with some of that stuff being public, but I never said he was a doxer.
No, you didn't say that you're calling him doxer. Just like he essentially was trying to like find your private information, right? That was like a direct reference to how you're posting a Reddit post of your dad being a Redditor.
Oh yeah, and by the way, he's not a Redditor. I just made that up.
Yeah.
But I didn't think I called it like private. I guess it like maybe I said something like stuff which I don't want, like stuff which I don't really want public. I never said, I never accused him of being a doxer or something. But I think saying it's stuff which I don't want public is the correct term to use. I don't think that's really.
And when do you have the tweet so we can actually like both know what we're talking about? Because like paraphrasing something that was very old is like kind of like difficult to. I don't know. Actually, I can't find it now. But like when you say that, like this thing you said about Dream or like commentary W's is kind of like similar and just like making a. It's not even like a joke there. It's just like I don't know, like a public accusation, I guess.
I accuse commentary W's, and I stand by what I said with commentary W's. With the Dream thing, first of all, it was one joke in an entire video, which was very clearly like ironic and stuff. I said many.
I mean, Cam literally used the fucking GIF. So if you're trying to argue that you're like fucking the entire script of the Dream SMP video, it's ironic.
Because
we like tell Dream to kill himself as well. It's like you gotta be fair game here and like also say the Cam shit's ironic because it clearly is. It's a fucking GIF.
You have to look at the entire context and stuff. I mean, that group of people has been making like that sort of jokes about me, like, oh, ironically calling like Pieman, like, you know, like a pedophile or whatever for like 6 months. And I think it's different from a video about Dream where literally I say many things which are like very clearly like not even like ironic, but just things which are funny because it's not true. I mean, I literally say like,
like, are you sure? Because like the video,
because I'm friends with, huh? What was I going to say?
Are you sure? I mean, like the entire video does kind of feel like you're trying to critique Dream. And obviously, some of the parts are joking. I'm not going to pretend like it clearly isn't like trying to be ironic. But if that's fair game, then Cam as a joke is fair game as well. And like fucking going through the likes and like blocking everybody that likes it is like kind of sad. I don't know. I just think if like you're like this fucking beacon of free speech, then you should probably like adhere by your own principles.
What? Sorry, I didn't hear the last thing.
If you're like trying to be like a beacon of free speech, you probably like adhere to your own principles. Because I know
I think someone who believes in free speech is allowed to block people on Twitter.
Yeah. I mean, just you know, I mean, you clearly got upset. Like about the stuff about Cam making a joke, and then you went when you make a
I didn't get upset about. I didn't get upset about the joke itself. I get upset that, you know, people believe like some pretty terrible stuff because of these jokes.
So like, let's say a Dream fan stumbles across your video and sees you saying this, and they would believe Dream's a pedo. So that was not like the same thing. And I mean, you use a bigger platform. Cam has like 50 followers. You have like, I don't know, 2,000 subscribers, 3,000. So like, I don't know, like you use your bigger platform to like publicly imply that somebody was a pedo. Like I like allude to the like that being the fact. That's like
I think
the same thing, if not worse.
I think there is a difference there. Also, like Cam has got what, like 150 followers on Twitter compared to like my Twitter, which has like 800 or something. So I don't think it's that much of a difference. Also, the commentary community, like at least a small commentary community, which I am like, you know, a part of, is
wait. The video got 3,000 views, by the way.
Has major effects. Yeah,
the fucking
Dream has like Dream has like, you know, a way bigger platform, and even like it wouldn't even affect the community he's in. Okay, first of all, like it was much more like joking than like that tweet was.
Was it really?
In regards, like, yeah.
I mean, no, but like a video does provide genuine criticisms of Dream, right? Like it's not just all of it is a joke. Like you need to admit that like some of it is like serious, right? So like how somebody like supposed to differentiate, really, right? Like Cam did a better job of like indicating that there was a joke than you did.
I don't think that's exactly true, because I don't think anyone has like gotten misinformation from my Dream video, whereas people have gotten misinformation from that Cam tweet.
Okay.
I
mean, you literally titled it. No. You literally titled it to attract as many Dream viewers as possible to like do bait and switch, right? Which is funny, right? It's funny, like whatever. But like, if Cam does this, it didn't even like try to attract people like fucking like you, then like fucking say haha. But like he said, it's legal in the Philippines, which he didn't. I'm not saying that. So like, why is like what you're doing there okay, but like Cam isn't, because like he isn't allowed to make jokes, but you are, or like what's the case there?
I didn't say that. I'm saying it has a difference when, you know, that sort of stuff actually like affects my reputation and stuff, whereas my video wouldn't, you know, it doesn't affect Dream's reputation at all. And to be
I
honest,
mean, it could though. You never know. Stuff sometimes goes a long way.
If it started to get major traction and stuff, I would probably like do like, you know, do some stuff to make sure, like, you know, no one actually.
I mean, you still put it out on your public platform, like, I don't know.
And later I felt guilty about it, so I unlisted it as well.
Okay.
And this was like before people like made these comparisons stuff. I unlisted it like months ago.
I mean, you still did the same joke, right? Like, if you think what you did was a funny joke, then you must kind of be. If you're being good faith, you could say the same thing about Cam making a joke. Like, I think this is like.
I do think there's a difference because the Cammy joke actually has like effects on my reputation and stuff. That my video.
Extreme thinker as well, but going in circles. Actually, no, I found the. Oh shit! Hold on, give me a second. Hold on. I just found the fucking tweet you made. Actually, no, I found the exact tweet. You were literally saying that people are trying to dox you through. You read it. Hold on, got it. Here, look into the general chat. It's like a fucking thing. Somebody linked it on Discord to me.
I don't remember saying that exact thing, but if I did, then
You said that literally the exact mirror of your tweet. So you disavow yourself.
I disavow myself like that tweet. I shouldn't have said doxing. I was a little bit like, you know,
so now you're like
scared and stressing out about stuff, but I do think that was wrong for me to say that.
Okay. Okay. I'm glad we finally got that tweet, by the way. Okay. So what is your like plans with this? Because like this isn't gonna really go by as you like hope it would. Because like I know that's probably gonna like blow it up, like making an entire stream about it. I reckon.
Yeah. Well, I mean, to be honest, it's content. It's content.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't really put my reputation on the line for content, but okay.
I think after a week, like you know, in the long term, this will probably like help it more than if I just like didn't.
Okay, so like you made like a long spree, like blocked some of your friends because they made a joke. That's like very clearly a joke, right? Like you would be able to tell that. I'm thinking like fucking need turn indicators. You have done the same thing. You could have misinformed people as well. So I feel like what Cam did is fair game. I think, yeah, I don't know. So I think blocking someone for pussy move is obviously your choice. I just think people can criticize on you being like a major pussy for like just blocking everybody. And if like one of my friends did that to me, I would probably also piss. Yeah, but like if one of my friends fucking blocking me for like because I like to tweet. Like I think that's going to far, man. Like, and it's obviously huge shots, but I think it's just kind of yeah. I don't know. Whatever. I'm heading out. I'm gonna go to bed. It's like 5 in the morning. Bye.
I've just been sitting here, fucking eating Doritos. That was fucking.
Just after you know he's finished saying his thing, I think I'll just say like a quick response to stuff because like you know I let him talk whatever. I think that you know there's a difference between me claiming like I'd say more clearly in a joke that like Dream's a pedophile or whatever on a video which I deleted after like a month and a half, then like constantly
making don't you think that would still be personal?
Actually, no, I don't think. I think it's different. It's different when somebody is a major public figure, and especially when it's. And also, like I said, I unlisted the video.
You don't see these big public figures getting Me Too'd, right?
Yes, but I don't think anyone would think. I don't think anyone would take that seriously. Whereas, like, people have taken like those other joke things seriously.
Ratio.
Okay. LT Beast. I'm gonna move LT Beast in because he's been waiting in here for a while. So, yeah. LT Beast, you are on the air. You're gonna fucking speak. Oh my god.
Kick him if he doesn't speak after like 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Kick him.
Robin Gorpster.
Yo, Apple.
So you just wanted to call in, right?
Yes.
What are
Precisely.
like what do you have to say? What do you have to say?
Okay, so I'm not gonna literally be laughing every 5 seconds like a certain other person that was on the call, because I literally cannot laugh right now. I'm still sick, so. But I just want to say this, Pie Man. You know, I have defended you, okay, in the past for some other situations you've been involved in. So I just want to make that clear. So I'm not like hating on you at all. Like I'm not like, you know, a Pie Man hater or anything like I guess some other people could be called, like in the community. With that being said, however, I think that you blocking like Michael for like liking a tweet, okay, which in all honesty, as weird as like Cam I's tweets can be, like that was clearly a fucking joke. There wasn't like anything
I don't.
that
People
like
actually believe misinformation from that.
hold on, I'm not done. Hold on. Dude, you have made some tweets. Like there have been some people that have made tweets that are jokes that that some people could just be like joking around on it. Like I have had tweets where people I've had a joke from like freaking Kakari in a Discord server where he was like calling me a fucking pedophile. Okay, like you don't see me like making like, you know, a tweet, you know,
People
like
actually
blocking
think you were.
Kakari.
Did people actually think you're a pedophile because of that?
No, they knew obviously it was a joke, okay? Like we obviously knew like Kakari was just memeing around and just screwing around, which I personally don't like that Kakari makes jokes like that, but I'm not making like this entire like spout, like, you know, like calling Kakari out and making this entire tweet saying, you know, like I don't get personally offended by stuff. However, but if you like this certain tweet, I'm gonna block you. You were making this basically fucking public and everything.
Okay, first of all, this has been public for a while. They've been making these sort of tweets for like 6 months constantly. Second of all, there's a difference, like I said, because it's not just like, oh, you're a pedophile on like a Discord message. It's like actual things that like many people actually believe this misinformation, like people who, you know, I thought were friends and stuff. And this sort of, a lot of people have not just believe misinformation, but believe like some terrible, terrible stuff about me specifically because of that. And I think that's the difference.
Okay, but the same thing could be said for like some people in this community who have like, I'm not saying like I'm not trying to like distance like you or like dumb down like your like reactions, because if you have like a problem with some people, you know, making misinformation, you have the right to, you know, correct them about it. That's your right. I'm not disagreeing with that. However, I'm thinking the problem is that
I think I couldn't just correct misinformation, because then they would just say, oh, it's just a joke. So like you can't criticize it about misinformation.
Okay, but like you could be
even though it has
but you have like, haven't you like in the past like some tweets that were clearly jokes but could be misinterpreted as actual fact? Like
misinterpreted. I think if like I said, if say somebody kept on saying Michael rapes dogs for like 6 months, and then like to the point where many people actually believe that, I wouldn't like a tweet saying he rapes dogs.
Okay, but like Pie Man, you literally had Michael's tweet in a doc that you made about the Vex situation, and that like was clearly a fucking joke tweet, but you took it as fucking serious and fact, and were making it like put it into the fucking doc. You were on the Vex doc. You literally had Michael's tweet.
Hold on. Michael's tweet was saying that like she's a like pedophile or something, which he actually believed. I don't think
that was no.
I think it was something like, you know.
It wasn't. It wasn't. I remember that doc. I can pull that up if you want. I can pull that up.
Okay, it said I remember what it was. It was there are pedophiles in the commentary community right after Vex. I think like he did think that she's.
But
a
how the fuck was
pedophile.
that? But how the fuck was that related to Vex?
I mean, he made the thumbnail saying like she's a groomer or something. Like,
Okay,
I think
but we're not
I
talking
made the
about
thumbnail. I made the thumbnail.
but that's
the
not related
tweet.
to tweet. We're talking
The
about
tweet.
the tweet. Okay, so like
Okay.
him.
Yeah.
Let me say this. Okay, so we're talking about the tweet here. Okay, you put that in with everybody, so you're basically making this assumption that like Michael was like with all of these other people believing that like the misinformation about the Vex situation, because there was a misinformation about the Vex situation, but you bunching him in there, you're kind of doing what you're basically saying that like
on.
Jacko and all these other people.
Hold on. No, let's look at the context, because the context was I put those tweets in as evidence, like right after I said many people in this community believe Vex is a pedophile. And then I put a bunch of tweets of people calling her a pedophile, which Michael did in that tweet. I didn't say he believes all the misinformation in the rest of the document. That was a direct evidence for that specific sentence right before, which says many people in the community believe Vex is a pedophile. That is specifically to that. Just like when I said after and a groom, and then I put pictures of people believing that she's a groomer.
Okay, but here's the thing.
Robin,
yeah.
Hold on. Pieman, that's kind of generalizing me into like you just said that you didn't think I thought that way about Vex, but you put my tweet in that document with everyone else's, and you just said that
I just said that you called her a pedophile, which is
no. You didn't talk about. I don't think you talked about Michael specifically. You basically had all these bunched up tweets mixed together, and in the middle of it was Michael's tweet, which didn't even mention Vex at all. Was literally saying there are pedophiles in the commentary community. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
All those tweets. The point of those tweets was saying that people in the community believe the Vex is a pedophile. That's the only thing, which is true.
Okay,
but I didn't
believe that.
Okay, but Pieman, here's the thing: you are in essence mixing him up with people and basically putting like somewhat of a lie into his mouth, basically saying like he said these things that weren't true. So that's basically what the exact same thing that you're like accusing these people of doing to you.
I said that Michael said that Vex was a pedophile, which is true. When somebody gets accused of pedophilia and grooming, and then an hour later, somebody says in the same community there are pedophiles in the commentary community, I think clearly he's calling Vex a pedophile. I think that's obvious.
Okay. So
and like I said, the only point of the only point of that screenshot was as evidence that people are calling Vex a pedophile.
But again, the thing is that like if that's the fucking case, okay, like you could have anybody that was fucking like mentioning pedophilia like in like 30 minutes after the Vex situation went public, and just have their fucking tweets in the doc. Like anybody that mentioned pedophilia at all, even if it wasn't like related at all, you're basically just justifying them being in the fucking doc, which that shouldn't be the fucking case.
Okay, first of all, if somebody in the small commentary community, like who knew like and was friends with Vex, literally half an hour after she gets accused of pedophilia and grooming, like makes a general tweet about pedophiles in the community, I think you'd have to be brain dead to think that's not about the Vex situation. I think that's like as obvious as possible.
Okay, well, I'm gonna give a perfect example of this. Okay, I made like a tweet. Okay, like it was like 20 or 30 minutes, I believe, after the Remain stuff came out. I didn't know the fuck that had happened. I was literally in biology. I didn't know what the fuck was happening. I just went on Twitter. I made a literal tweet just like about like whatever the fuck, okay? And it like slightly mentioned, like pedophilia. I had deleted that tweet afterwards because then I found out about the Remain stuff, okay? I didn't know what the fuck was happening, okay, with the Remain situation. But after I found out about it, I deleted the fucking tweet. I'm not going to show the tweet because obviously I fucking deleted it, but I didn't know the fucking situation. So there could be some people that don't know about a situation that make the generalization, but then after they realize that they're like, oh shit. So you're saying like, oh, you have to be brain dead to like not know about the situation. Some people don't the internet isn't our life.
But in Michael's case, it was definitely about the Vex situation. I mean, like I said, he was friends with Vex, and literally before and after he was making a bunch of tweets about the situation. I think context can easily make that like obvious. I mean, even if I asked Michael, like, was that referencing the Vex situation, he would say yes. I mean,
yeah,
in all the tweets before and after,
it was obviously,
but
and that was obvious.
The reason why I tweeted there are pedophiles in the commentary community was to fucking make it like I was making a joke out of a serious situation, trying to like, you know, have people laugh at it, you know, and whatnot. That's what I was trying to do with that tweet. That wasn't to intentionally spread misinformation. And if I did that, I'll own up to that.
You were calling her a pedophile. You're calling her a pedophile.
Okay, but Pieman, basically you're saying that like nobody can do these tweets. Pieman, you've literally liked some tweets where they could be misinterpreted as fucking fact. So by essence, you're literally liking these tweets and justifying them as facts. So I don't know how the fuck you can justify, like, I'm not saying that Cam I is in the wrong, not in the wrong or something. There are some aspects where he could be misinterpreted for that tweet. What I'm saying is you're somewhat being hypocritical because you have liked tweets in the past that were obviously jokes that by your logic could be misinterpreted as fucking fact.
Like I said, it's not just about like the misinformation. It's about like all the context. You have to take into account all of the context of this happening over and over again, and like this, and it not being nearly like ironic like enough. And I don't think I've liked any tweets that have like spread the sort of misinformation which can do serious harm to someone's like reputation. If you can find one, please bring it up.
Well,
especially like about someone who like I closely know.
Well, Michael, you're gonna hate me for this. Pieman, I think you fucking liked a tweet, I think from Alfie, because he obviously deletes tweets a lot of the time. There was a fucking tweet, I believe, from Alfie like a few months ago where it was literally like saying like he stood by a fucking tweet where like Taps was saying like, you know, like I hope fucking Rain kills himself. Okay. And another tweet which was like making a fucking false accusation about like some sort of doxing situation from another YouTuber, which was proven to be fucking false because it was just a fake allegation. So I don't know how the fuck you can just, and it was obviously a fucking joke.
I don't know. Hold on. I don't know what you're talking about with the second one, but with the first one, I stand by telling Rain to kill himself. Just joking. But you know, I think there's definitely a difference between saying like, you know, kill yourself.
Okay. So hold the fuck up. Let me get this straight. You're gonna fucking tell me that them making a joke about you supporting fucking pedophilia is not okay, but you telling somebody in the community to kill themselves is okay. Am I getting that from you?
In the context, yes. I think
spreading
misinformation that makes people actually believe like someone's like repeatedly spreading misinformation that makes people believe that someone's a pedophile is much worse than just saying like kill yourself to someone. I'm fine with saying kill yourself to anyone, basically. I like I mean, I like Filthy Frank, like Leafy Idabs, that sort of stuff. I think saying kill yourself to anyone is fine. Unless
but you were basically liking tweets that were saying I hope he kills himself. From fucking Taps and from Alfie. So let me get this straight. You're fine with that, but you're not fine with people joking about you supporting pedophilia. It was obviously fucking jokes. So how the fuck can you? No.
Because I don't think Raintism will see those tweets and then actually kill himself.
So let me get this straight. You can feel like you're getting hurt by these tweets calling you a pedophile, but when somebody's like seeing these tweets, multiple tweets telling them to kill themselves, then they won't actually kill themselves. I don't fucking find that, dude, because people can have different reactions to it. Okay, you might think it's not fine, like, but the problem is that you're literally justifying like you saying these things, but yet you're not fine with like all these other tweets that are obviously fucking jokes. So if you're fine with the edgy humor, you should be fucking fine with edgy humor about like pedophilia. If you're fine with edgy humor about somebody killing themselves.
Because I believe there's a difference between making like tweets that actually make many people believe that someone's a pedophile and just saying kill yourself. I think there's a big difference between that.
Okay, somebody saying I stand by these tweets and I hope he does kill himself. You stand by, but you're not fine with somebody saying, you know, like a joke about, you know, Pie Man supports like pedophilia. Like what the fuck, dude? Like
if you say it over and over, if you say it over and over and over again, and spread this sort of stuff in a way that, even though like maybe some of it is ironic, some of it is not made in an ironic way, and I think making people actually believe like I'm a pedophile, that is way worse than just saying kill yourself. Look, honestly,
but that
Robin,
same logic can be
kill
used
yourself.
okay, but that same logic can be used. Okay, one, I fucking hate you for saying that. Two, the reason that I'm saying this is that like the reason I'm saying this is because by that logic, you know, somebody saying over and over kill yourself, like that could like damage somebody's like, you know, like mind, like mentally, when they keep hearing this all the fucking time. Okay,
That's why
like
I think that's why I think if someone's actually like badly depressed and stuff, I wouldn't say kill yourself, because the context of that situation is it actually has
okay,
effects.
but how do you not know
Let me
if
talk.
racism was actually how do you not okay, hold the fuck up, dude. You've actually been interrupting me multiple times.
I'm
Yes, you
talking.
have.
I'm not interrupting you. You interrupted me. Let me talk. If I know someone's like actually badly depressed and stuff, I won't say kill yourself to them. And in the same thing, if somebody knows that misinformation is being spread, and somebody knows that people are actually starting to believe these, that I defend pedophilia or whatever, then I think they shouldn't make those jokes. I mean, if nobody thought that I defend pedophilia, nobody thought that I'm a pedophile or whatever, and then somebody made a joke saying, "Oh, Pie Man's a pedophile," I wouldn't have a problem with that. It's the context of the situation that matters.
Okay, but oh my god. No, but the problem is, okay, one, you don't even know like if somebody like sees that tweet, you're basically saying, you know, like I wouldn't make these tweets if I didn't know that they were depressed and stuff. You don't know if like when you say that to somebody that they're depressed. And on that matter, I've actually had people tell me to kill themselves and to get cancer. I literally got fucking comments from Jalen because I was criticizing her for her fucking situations. I got comments from her telling her to get cancer. But the thing is in this situation is that I didn't block her at all. I didn't block people for liking the tweets of her saying that. You, however, were blocking people for simply liking the fucking tweet, which kind of seemed fucking obsessed. That's
because there's a real difference there. Because I mean, you're not going to kill yourself because of that, and you're not going to magically get cancer.
How do you know that though? How do you know that though?
Fans and stuff. Do you really think you're going to magically get cancer because Jalen told you to get cancer? Anyway, Michael, can we like move him out, because we got other people to talk. This is getting stupid. Michael.
Yeah.
Michael.
Yeah.
Let's switch up people.
You want me to get Blair in here?
Sure.
Welcome back, Alibi.
Thank you. What did I miss? What did I miss?
People.
Nothing much.
AIDS.
The Robin Gorby shit show has ended, right?
Yeah.
No. Well, I just have one. Everything else, I think, is perfectly fine. Like, even if they are jokes, they're still kind of reputation ruining, and it does make sense to block some people. But Pi, why would you block the people who liked the tweets? They're not spreading anything, and Ammy's
I feel like we're going in circles.
Joke. We've already done this? I'm sorry. We've already done this? I'm so sorry. I'm tired of
Just
but
talk. I'll answer whatever.
But why block the people who liked it? Like, Cammy's tweet, even if it did spread shit, it was clearly a joke, and that people and the people who liked it aren't spreading any misinformation, nor do I think they're agreeing that it's truthful whatsoever. So why go after the people who like the tweet? Like, Cammy, I understand, but
first of all,
yeah.
It is clearly spreading the misinformation. I mean, the Twitter algorithm works where if you like a tweet, the tweet gets more spread. And second of all, if somebody is like okay with that sort of jokes, then I think that's kind of, it's kind of cringe. It's not that, I don't want really to associate with
I
much
guess-
people who like are okay with that sort of stuff. And also, if you find a tweet that's just basically like, you know, the butt of the joke is that I will find any excuse to defend a pedophile, I don't really find what's so funny about that.
Well, oh well.
And if you find it so funny, you know, you like it. I kind of question why.
Well,
I'm sorry to cut in, but like I'm gonna just go back to like that little point that, you know, Robin brought up earlier about like the fucking kill yourself thing that was about Rain, and that was from Alfie and Taps. I completely disavow that, and I know they're not being ironic, and even if they are, that's just it does not seem like they were being ironic. Because
I think there's a difference, because if somebody's not depressed and you tell them, if someone's not severely depressed and you just tell them to kill themselves, that's different, because it's, you know, it's very unlikely to actually.
The thing is
whereas
like,
if
it's
you
not even about that
if you make jokes,
It's not
know, jokes about someone being a pedophile, and you know that people are actually starting to believe some of the stuff, even if it's ironic, I think that's different than just saying,
I mean,
kill
dude,
yourself to
this
someone.
isn't even about like the person who's getting told to kill themselves. This is about the people that are saying that. And if you're gonna endorse that, or if you're gonna stand by that, or
I
like,
endorse telling people to kill themselves.
Nice.
you endorse telling people to kill themselves when you deal
Yeah.
with your own problems as well.
I think if it's not like, if they're not severely depressed.
But what if it was aimed
I
at
have no
you?
problem with
What if it
telling
was
people.
aimed at you? What if it was aimed at you then?
I mean, if they don't, you know.
If
I
no,
think
no, no, no. If it was aimed at you,
it'd be fine.
if-
Yep. Tell me to kill myself. I don't care.
Hold on. I'm kind of slow. I'm kind of slow right now. It's like 11 p.m. But yeah, I mean, even if you, again, I don't think, again, I think the issue should be blocking people who spread the misinformation, but someone who just sees a Cammy tweet and just likes it's a Cammy tweet. Nothing the dude says. I don't think you're supposed to take anything the dude says completely seriously.
I think
And
with context, it's clearly he's not like entirely joking with the stuff.
Did Cammy ever in the past say that you were like say that you defended pedophilia like unironically?
I think so. I think in tweets relating to the Vex situation, he has said I defend pedophilia, as did most of those people. And I do think that with context, with them, you know, bringing in people into like VCs just to shit talk me and tell lies about me, and with the, you know, constant like doing this since May, many of which has been like stuff they know is like false. I think that, you know, it's
Well,
clearly not entirely
why the fuck did it
ironic.
start in May? Why did it start in May of all times? What happened in May?
I don't know. I think just I think they just started making like jokes about the December stuff or whatever, and like making up some stuff, and then I think but that time then, like, you know, people like bigger YouTubers and stuff came to my defense saying, oh, why they bring up that stuff? I don't know. But then, like, even though I've rarely like tried to provoke them or stuff, and I think a few times I even tried to, you know, I tried to end the drama and I tried to say, oh, come on, let's work this out, and then they just kept, you know, just ignoring me and doing the stuff. So, you know, I tried to, you know, stop this stupid drama, but I guess it continues.
It's at like, dude, I'm sorry, but like this kind of shit's out of your control, and I referenced that like in the beginning where
I know, I agree, and that's
control.
why I'm saying, you know, I'll just block it, get it over with.
But I don't. I mean, you can. I think it's like, I think it would be better just to block like Cammy if you were to resort to blocking and that's it, but not like 70 other people.
Yeah. Again, most people who like this shit don't act. I don't think I don't think you can tell that most people who liked it actually believe it, because quite a few
I don't
people who
think
liked
most
it
people
were your
like
own
it believe it.
followers. Like, yeah. Like, do you
First of
seriously
all, I
think?
don't
Do
think
you
it's
seriously think
somebody
Harley is going? Do you seriously think Harley is going to falsely believe you defend pedophilia? Harley, who, to my knowledge,
She
puts.
said that. I mean, she literally said in a DM. I mean, sorry, they literally said to me in a DM, "Oh, didn't you defend what Vex did because it's legal in the Philippines?" And I said, like, no, that's
Oh,
just
that was
completely made up.
Harley. That was Harley.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
That's why I was so just like dumbfounded by that, because first of all they're my friend, and second of all, like, they deal with this sort of
Yeah, exactly. I
allegations.
do think that was
Exactly.
bad form
That's why I used
on
that as an
Harley's part.
example of the tweet spreading misinformation.
Yeah, all I can. Yeah, all I can really. I honestly don't know what to say. I'm not at full thought process right here. Yeah, I have no idea what to say, to be honest.
That's fine. I mean,
Okay.
we've just been going through like callers and shit just to let people,
I think
'cause,
the
like,
best thing you could do is try to get Cammy on. I would like to hear what he has to say.
that would have been good if it weren't 11:17 at night.
I know,
Because
and Cammy's
right now it's
British,
like
and we.
4
I
in the
know.
morning.
Yeah, it's 4 in the morning. I don't know. Do daytime. Continue this at like daytime tomorrow, and invite
Probably
Cammy.
not.
I'd love to see that.
I feel like Pieman would be better off just
That's
discussing
fair.
it with Cammy in private.
Yeah,
We
right.
could have me and Pieman could have done this privately, but I
It
feel
was for
like
the spectacle.
with us,
Yeah.
for us doing this as a stream, this allows other people who have basically dealt with the same thing that I have, or like have the same opinions, or have their own perspective of the situation. They can voice it, and Pieman can take it at face value. I feel like that's better, because we're not all of us are screaming in each other's faces. But
Wait a minute. I probably already said this again. I am not at full thought capacity, but liking a tweet doesn't mean endorsing what it thinks, though. And I genuinely don't believe. Yeah, and I genuinely don't believe that. I genuinely do not believe that most people in this community sort by home. I think they all sort by latest, because why would you sort by home? And then again, that is a lofty assumption to make, but it does make some sort of sense, at least to me. But yeah, I don't think I think a lot of people who liked the tweet don't. I don't think they actively think that.
Hello,
Yeah.
man. Oh, yo, man.
Hello, Red Jesus.
Hello, sir. Hi, man. You blocked me. I started crying. I was
Are
really
we
sad.
spilling everyone on now?
Listen, Pieman. Let me describe you, right? It was a nice day,
Are you like
I got up.
constructing a building while you're talking?
I was too. I am. I work around the construction site right now. I was in the construction shop. I look at my phone, and what do I see? You blocked me, and I broke down crying. I broke down in tears. It made me really sad, honestly. It really affected me. I'm not even gonna lie, man. It really got me emotional, man. So I remember that. Remember all the memories we have. I remember that time I took you to Phil and we had a picnic together. Remember that? Pardon? Pardon? Do you don't remember that?
What?
No?
You don't remember the picnic? Shame on you,
I remember the picnic, baby. Listen,
I believe I don't
you
remember the
really,
picnic.
you really let me down, my guy. I'm not even gonna lie. I broke down
Damn
crying,
shame.
and you know what? Caroline came up to me. He said to me. He started spitting on me, and he started calling me gross and disgusting. He started calling me a fatty batty boy. And it really made me cry. It really made me miss the old times we had together, Pie Man. Really affected me. But I just
Oh shit, yeah, Harley.
really emotional.
Yeah, we should get Harley on. Harley, yeah, Harley. I
Really?
think would be a great person to get on right now. In fact,
Harley.
It's probably nighttime for. Yeah, it's nighttime for Harley. Yeah,
Talk about Harley from
Harley
Quinn, bro?
TBS.
Oh, Harley TBS.
Harley TBS.
Harley TBS was like she started strangling me once, and it hurt my neck a lot. He started.
I want to move more people in here that will actually add something.
Let's.
I'm sorry.
Ask me anything, bro. I'm a smart Reddit. Ask us Reddit. Oh wait, Pie Man. You know that haha yeah thing with him like doing the Reddit thing.
Yeah.
No, really. That was my idea, so I apologize for that. I was the one who found that stuff. I'm not even gonna lie to you. What is up with your Reddit, bro? It's weird. You're like Tin Man Jones, bro. Ever heard of Tin Man Jones?
I don't understand the words you're saying.
Tin Man Jones? What? Is it because I'm black? That's my Pie Man. I
You're black.
Yeah, you're like, I did not speak to these black people. I understand, man. It's really racist, bro. I'm not even gonna lie, man. It makes me cry. I don't know. You broke into my house once and started screaming slurs on me. Really
I'm just gonna. Sorry.
Okay, just yeah.
Lost my train of thought.
I don't know who else.
Should we-
There's only 2 undefined people in there. I don't know if I
Well,
should move.
they're
in
probably
Lanza,
they're
Liz,
probably deaf. Hold on.
Liz. Yeah, invite Liz. Liz was one of the people who liked the tweet, you know? But then again, Liz is muted and deafened. Just wait for Liz to come to... Actually, hold on.
Yeah, Liz, if you're watching the stream, just know that you can unmute and deafen right now.
Yeah, I do want to hear from the people who actually like the tweet, you know? Let's hear what they thought. Is it just another... I'm not thinking straight at all, lol.
Oh no. Is Liz not gonna wake up?
Just give Liz a second.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Sorry, Liz.
Who else liked the tweet? Who else did? Who else did Lanza like the tweet as well? I just want to hear someone who liked the tweet.
No, I don't think he did, but I'm just saying let's bring in people.
I want Cammy.
Alright, I'm trying to fucking pull Lanza. There we go. Lanza, you are on the air.
I was thinking, have y'all seen Shang-Chi yet?
No.
Yeah, it was. I personally thought it was quite alright.
It's a great movie, but what's better than just the movie? The soundtrack. I listened to the.
Oh yeah, the soundtrack was quite good. Yeah, I was.
It was made. I didn't know it was made by 88 Rising, so I gave it a listen.
Who's 88 Rising? I've never heard their work before.
They're a very prominent music label in the East.
Have, like, everyone, Sketsy. Sketsy, invite Sketsy. Sketsy liked the tweet. I want to hear from Sketsy.
I gave the album a listen, and it was pretty good. That one song with DJ Snake, Ryan, and Rick Ross,
dude,
that song went pretty hard.
There's a bunch of libtards in this community, and
I want to hear Sketsy.
So then I decided to listen to the rest of the album, and I realized that Rich.
Wait, what happened? Why did you leave?
I'm so sorry.
Dude, why would you do that? That's fucked up.
I'm sorry, Lanza, but
Michael, why would you do that?
Sketsy, what do you need to say?
So, here's my assessment. I meant you just ignore the libtards in this community. It's clear that these conservatives are really mad at you over a joke, bro. It's really clear that they're just mad.
Alright, I'm gonna move Tech Saint in because Tech Saint bounced back and forth. So I'm gonna move Tech Saint in, then I'm gonna move Josh. And then I'm gonna move
Domino DM'd me and said that they liked the tweet as well.
I'll move Domino in after Tech Saint.
Hello, Tech Saint.
Too many callers because otherwise you'll just get AIDS.
Yeah,
exactly. We don't want another Twitter Space incident. Lol.
Tech Saint, why is it showing your thing is green?
Tech Saint.
What the fuck?
Alright, so who next? Domino?
Yeah, Domino's next.
Hello, Domino. Why did you like the Cammy tweet?
I think I liked it. What? Did I get moved out? Oh,
no.
I think I liked it for like 5 minutes.
somebody.
Well, why did you
said
like
that-
the Cammy tweet?
Yeah, my channel got hacked by liberals. I don't know why. I was trying to download like a Minecraft hack client so I can like kill people, and then they hacked my channel, so it's pretty funny. Anyway, so wait, Pyman, what is the problem with making jokes about you being a pedophile?
Well, it's not.
What is the
just
problem with that?
Jokes. It's a constant jokes because it makes people actually like think I'm a pedophile. That's what I think.
Okay, do you have any examples of
And-
that?
And
Do you have any examples of that from legitimate people that aren't trolling?
I don't have.
Also, how do you know
have,
that they're not just like joking? Like, how do you know they're not just like troll accounts or trolling, saying, "Yeah, I agree with I agree that
lot
Pyman's a
of
pedophile
people-
because of this and this."
A lot of people like the
Yeah.
tweet just so they could get blocked by you. By the way, like as soon as Cammy mentioned that, they just
kind of backfired.
I just saw it just went from 40
know.
likes to like 80 likes, and yeah.
If they want to get blocked by me, that's fine. I don't care.
Yeah,
but
like,
that's
yeah,
not
but
them
don't tell
spreading
people if you like
misinformation
this tweet,
though.
you're
That's
gonna
just
get
them.
blocked, because
That's just them
that's
liking.
like saying,
it's a prank.
I know.
yeah,
look,
that's like saying, go
if
like this
someone
tweet
asks
so you can
me-
get blocked
someone-
by me and brag about it and
If
get
someone
clout.
asks for me to, if someone asks for me to block them, I'll just block them. I don't care. It's not like blocking is some
Why?
special thing I only reserve to do for special people. Like, if they ask me to block them, sure, I'll just block them. I don't really.
Yeah, but like you're kind of like
I can block
fueling
all
the
I want.
fire, and then like saying, I don't know why people are mad at me. Like,
I
that's
think
dumb.
Jaco
kind of
called
dumb.
it the Streisand effect. Yeah, that's pretty much what it is.
Well, he didn't
Sure.
call it the Streisand effect. The Streisand effect, like
Someone told me.
No, I know we don't know what the
I think his
Streisand.
name
But
was
he
Rusty, that you wanted
he
my
said it.
channel
He
to get
said it was
hacked or
pretty.
something.
Yeah, he
What was
said
that
it pretty
about?
much is the Streisand effect though.
I think if I just if I just blocked everything, didn't make the stream and didn't make tweets, it would just like disappear immediately.
How?
Why not just not block them?
Pie. I think you made one fatal
Why not
mistake.
just not block them?
Pie, you made one fatal
Why not just
mistake.
not block them?
Even if you block everyone in the community, they could still be saying that
Just
shit
like-
about you. It's only gonna make sure you don't see it.
Yeah.
It's just gonna make sure you don't see
Didn't
it.
people say they? Didn't
Just
people say they only
because
wanna react? So.
You could leave the
they're doing it-
community
they're
and
doing it
like
to
you could
troll you,
leave
not
the
if you
community.
just-
You
if
could
you
leave
just
the
let it
internet and
go.
people would probably still say that shit. And I'm not happy
I'm not sure
about that,
about
but like
also,
it
who
could
cares?
still
By the way, I'm
happen.
not trolling. This is actually my opinion. People are saying I'm trolling. I'm not trolling. I'm not trolling. I'm actually giving my legitimate opinion. Okay, so like if you just didn't block them, right? They wouldn't troll you because that's like
They
you're just
would,
crying over people
because-
calling you a pedophile, which
No,
is funny.
because
Like I'm
for-
not gonna
for-
lie, it's
for
funny to call
months- for
random people
months, I didn't
pedophiles.
interact
Like
with them at all, and they kept on making those jokes. So
Yeah, Pie's got a
but
point
you told
there.
them that
This
if they
shit's
like
been
the
going
tweet
on
you're
since
doing-
like
you
May.
did interact, but technically, indirectly, you interacted with them because you're like, okay,
Alright.
guys, like this tweet so you can get blocked by me, like indirectly. You
All right, I
said that.
think
Okay,
I
but
got
then
told
after
this
a
by
couple days,
Nifty.
that won't happen anymore.
I got a DM from Nifty. I think Nifty mentioned this so I could bring it up on call, so I think it's fine. But Nifty pretty much said that they liked the tweet because they thought it was funny and had no intent on spreading misinformation, and actually defended you against Jaco way
I'll
back
unblock him,
when.
Like I said.
But yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
I don't think most people like
That's
the tweet.
so dumb.
I
though.
think
Why
they.
should you
I think they
block
just.
random people.
I think they just like the tweet because it's Cammy being Cammy, you know, and yeah. I
Yeah,
think
man, some
I don't
good old
care who-
Cammy charm.
I don't care who makes a tweet. I think, you are
you didn't
responsible for
block
what you
me,
tweet.
though.
You're responsible for what you like. It's not, well, it's a
But if
funny
it was a
tweet, so
joke,
I can't hold responsible for,
It was a
I don't
joke.
know. But what's so funny?
it was a joke though.
I honestly, I'm wondering. Look, honestly, unironically, I'm wondering.
I've been
so
trying to
funny
piece
about
that
a joke
together,
that the
too.
part of the
What?
joke is, I
Wait,
just want
what?
to defend pedophilia no matter what. I'm wondering what's so funny about that. Like, honestly.
Because you don't. That's the joke. The joke is that it pisses you off, and it's like, you know, you're like a pedophile, and you're not
Wait,
a pedophile.
so
almost
the
like they
joke
actually
is
think you're a
the
pedophile.
joke is how. So you're saying the joke is how, like, absurd it would be for
Do
me
you want to know
to
why
help
I
people
jokingly
that
call you a
think that.
pedophile? Because it's funny and it pisses people off. Like people like you get pissed off. Like, oh my
Hold on,
god,
hold
don't
on.
call me a
So what's
pedophile.
funny about it? What's fun? You're not saying what's funny about it.
Because you're not a pedophile. Like that's the joke.
So the funny bit about it you're saying is that it's funny because it's not true.
Yes.
The absurdity of it.
And because
So-
calling someone a pedophile is such like a, you know, it's such a massive thing now, like, as it should, but like it's such a massive thing. So calling someone a pedophile, it's like, haha, you're a pedophile, you groom kids. Like it's funny. I don't get it.
But don't you think that if the joke is that it's so funny because it's not true, that when people start actually believing it, then because it's not as absurd anymore, wouldn't it be less funny?
No, because I would say that's the fault of the person reading the tweet and actually taking it seriously.
But
Like,
no,
come
hold
on,
but that's not what you
who
said.
takes a tweet
You said-
saying
you said that the-
Paimon
you
on
said
his way
that-
to
you
defend
said that the funny-
pedophilia seriously? That's dumb.
You said
That's
that
really
you
stupid.
said that the funny bit about it is that it's so absurd because it's, you know,
Yes.
so obviously not true. So wouldn't it be less
Yes.
funny if people
Yeah.
start actually believing it? Because that means that it's, you know.
Oh shit, Alibi's back.
No, I'd say that makes it even funnier, actually. I'd say that makes it even funnier.
Wait a fucking second. I don't think that Cammy also made the same joke about Smaggle in the same tweet. I don't think it had anything. I don't think it. Yeah, Cammy made the same joke about Smaggle in the tweet. I don't think it had any. I don't think there was any malice behind it.
What's it called? What am I
Although to be fair, the whole Smaggle
We
situation
were literally
is
in a call.
completely
There was a
different.
call, and then we started calling. I don't know if it was a
fucking
meme
kill
before,
yourselves.
but we
I
were on a
don't.
call and I
Yeah,
made a gif, and then they
I'm
posted
still
and they
kind
were
of
like, "Oh my God,
mostly
stop calling
indecisive.
Smaggle a pedophile. Like it's funny. I don't get it.
Wait, is that
yourself.
actually is Bigby? Is Bigby actually? Is that actually Bigby? I don't know.
When are we
I'm
Fucking
barely functioning right
episode!
now.
All right. Everybody, shut up. I'm fucking moving everybody out. I'm moving Bunk in because Bunk. This is gonna be interesting.
Am
because-
I muted or some shit?
No,
Am I still
no.
fucking muted? Okay. Fuck.
All right.
Yo, what's? Sorry, I was yelling at everybody in the waiting room. I was yelling at fucking everybody. They're retards. Anyway, what's good, my dudes?
Everybody in there.
I'm
is
sorry,
retarded,
they're all
apart
spurgs. They are all
from
actual
Lizzo and
unironic
Blair.
spurgs. Dude, yeah, I mean, I didn't see everybody, but I just knew people were talking, and I was like, holy crap, dude. And it was, so, from what I've seen, right, I've only watched like a third of the live stream so far, because I like started from the very beginning, after you guys were already live. But it doesn't make sense. I think that you're both like very wrong in a lot of the assertions that you make. Can I like go through some of them for real quick?
Sure.
Wait, what?
Yeah, so I've been watching like this discussion, whatever, and I think a lot of it's actually pretty wrong. I think that a lot of you made, like both you and like Pieman and Michael, you both made very like incorrect assertions that wouldn't actually play out like in the world. So the first thing like I think is very wrong is like Michael, you said like people don't unironically think that Pieman is a pedo defender. 100% they do. Dude, I worked on the same document as Pieman. I can tell you for a fact I get these exact same comments. I get these exact same jokes, right, dude? I'm in the exact same position as Pieman, you could say. Maybe to a lesser degree, because I'm not like as large as Pieman, but I get the exact same type of comments. I know that people unironically think this, right? It's just like I can fully back Pieman on that. Like 100% people do think this. But what Pieman was like, oh yeah, you could like block people to like stop the perpetuation of these jokes. That's just not the case, dude. People will 100% continue making the jokes. People will like continue spreading the jokes. Hell, they might make more of the jokes, so they're gonna be resentful to you for blocking them. I think that the best course of action.
But isn't the point of that isn't the point of those jokes to get a reaction? So if
I don't think they are.
So if I no longer make the reaction, then
I don't think they are. No, but like as you said this within the live stream. They make them in private too. Like this is not. It's not like just to get a reaction out of you. People make jokes about people all the time. They just like to shit talk. That's my like at least my opinion on it. Like you could never respond to that tweet. They still would have made the tweet.
I guess because I do think that it's not just to be funny. They actually have like they do have like a problem with me. That's why they.
Oh yeah, 100% they do.
That's why they just like
100%. Jacko's crew. Jacko's crew does not like you. 100% they don't like you. Yeah, no, I'd agree with you on that. But like. I think, like Michael said, like to address it publicly, that's a fucking horrible idea, dude. Don't address it. That's terrible. That's the worst fucking idea imaginable, dude. Like I've done this before.
Yeah. Can I just say something quickly?
Yeah.
Like probably the only people that care about this at all is like 100 people max. Making a video about this. First of all, we just
I didn't say a video on YouTube, dude. I didn't say a video on YouTube. I did not.
A video on Twitter? You made a Twitter video? Okay.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. That's not how I interpreted it at all.
No,
I'm sorry.
spoken word would be better for like
all
you
right,
could
yeah.
just do it like a short Twitter video about it. Because if
Right.
you were to do like a tweet thread about it or a twit longer, maybe a twit longer could work, but I feel like it would probably be a little better with like a small little short video on Twitter, and that's it. But you can still resort to a twit longer. Like that's not completely
okay. Yeah, I think those are both horrible ideas, and I'll tell you why. Because more people than are necessary are going to see like these allegations towards you. You're going to be like signal posting them in a way. Most people are not. Most people genuinely don't care about this. Majority of people haven't even seen this tweet that watch Pyman's videos. All right, like maybe a couple people in this community have actually seen the tweet. So I think, and this is the best course of action in my opinion, right? As someone who actually does get these jokes, dude, you just gotta like fucking play along with it to some extent. If you play along into these jokes, you'd be like, oh yeah, I'm definitely gonna defend remains, dude.
That's what I'm trying to. That's the thing. That's the thing. I wouldn't go around blocking
people.
Hold
up, Michael. Before you go on, can I finish? Because you kind of just interrupted me. Yeah, so you gotta kind of like play along with it to some extent. So that way, the people that do see this interaction will come away with the idea that they're actually making a legitimate allegation against you. If you don't take it seriously, they'll realize that nobody else has the reason to take it seriously. Like if you replied to that tweet in a joking, lighthearted manner, I don't think anybody would have came away with it with that impression. I legitimately don't. So like, I don't know, dude. That's just like again, I'm stupid. I'm on the internet, but like that's what's worked for me so far. So yeah.
Okay, I sort of disagree because I mean, for example, like. For example, one person thought that I legitimately thought what Vex did was okay because because like in the Philippines it's legal or something, which you know,
I heard that.
Like I think that was like the caption of the thing, and I think even if I like played along to it and said haha, like you know. Yeah, like I mean, I don't even know what I'm supposed to say, or like even if I say haha, this is funny, I think that person would still come away with that conclusion. Or still come away with believing that misinformation. I don't think that would really change that.
I disagree completely and wholeheartedly. I don't think that any reasonable and human being would ever come away with the interaction of you saying like, oh, I guess if it's okay in the Philippines, you know what I mean? I don't think anybody would come away from that interaction believing, oh yeah, this is definitely a credible allegation that somebody's making, and this person's like just not taking it seriously. That doesn't seem to make much sense in my head.
But I don't think it's the allegation. I don't think I think what one part of this, the tweet at least, which is more important, isn't the allegation that I just want to defend pedophilia. It's the implication that before I defended Vex because, like,
it was okay in the Philippines. Yeah.
Which isn't the allegation, but the implication, because that's like part of it. Even if somebody takes the joke completely, like, not seriously at all, because that's not part of the joke itself, part of like the building up. I don't think people would like not believe that.
It's one of the premises to the joke. Yes, I understand that, but I legitimately don't think that you're right on this. I'm just like, you're just blatantly wrong on like your assessment of like how people respond to this. Like as somebody who's like, I get these jokes too, dude. Like it just hasn't gone to like on that massive scale, dude. I have people like responding to me on Twitter like, oh yeah, don't make another document on remains, dude. Don't defend them. Like whatever the fuck. Like I legitimately, this is not like, I haven't gotten like this. This hasn't blown up to the same extent. You know what I mean? I think that I think that the way that you're handling this is legitimately one of the worst ways that you could be handling something like this. Yeah.
I mean, I'm gonna just kind of bump in here and like I used this example earlier, but like it was kind of like how Alfie and Jacko's group kind of like went at me about the like kind of memed me a little bit. It's not to like the same like extent as like
much appreciated.
pedophile like defending what Remains did because it was legal in the Philippines. It's not on the same level, but like if I were to block Alfie and Jacko, I'm still letting that affect me, and that's going to give them more of a reason to joke about it. It's a continue
for like a few days, but after a month, I doubt they would care anymore if you have no interaction with them whatsoever.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, like even if I did cut off interaction with them, that wouldn't really change a little bit because like what if they joined a call and they brought up, hey, Michael, why'd you block me or something? I'm not gonna block someone over a stupid brony joke. I'm not gonna do that. That's fucking stupid. I'll just ignore it and that's it. And just leave it at that. I'm not going to go in and just fucking block like 20 people to 30 people over it. And again, it's not like the same level as, you know, a fucking pedophile joke. But I'm not gonna go in and block several fucking people over it. But if it truly bothers you to an extent, you could block Cam-I and you could leave it at that, but I don't know.
Like, dude, I'm just telling you, like, because I've dealt with the exact same jokes like happening on my Twitter page too. Like, obviously, we both worked on the document. We both like have these same jokes going at each other, right? But the difference is, in my opinion, I've handled this situation like demonstrably differently from what you have. All right, and that's why I think you're getting like a much worse rap in this situation than you should be. You know what I mean?
I think it's not just due to how like we've handled it. It's also, I mean, I've gotten these jokes since like way before and stuff.
Oh yeah, no, of course, yeah. This is
like since the people making the jokes, like for some reason, like people like they're very like they always evade criticism because they just say like jokes with everything, and like people just like their tweets no matter what, and they have like a really big hate burner for me. I think that's also a part of it.
Yeah. Like a lot of people like, yeah, I get that. But I also think like I definitely think the way that you've handled it plays a role in like how large this has gotten to some extent. I don't think that's deniable. I think the way that you've handled this has blown it way out of proportion. If you don't mind me asking, can I just ask a quick question? Like, whenever you went through and block, like, did you go through and block these people manually, or did you use like an extension to block all of them? Or was it each individual person that got blocked? What now?
But after like a day, I just don't. But after a day, I just don't care. It's not like every week I'm gonna go and check for like.
Okay, yeah. All right, yeah. I just like that's just a question because that was like a theory I have because I can just like I have like extensions where I can just like block everybody who's like the tweet. I was thinking like, oh, maybe it was just like not a thing that you actually did, but like yeah, okay. But yeah, I think the best thing you could possibly do is like, I don't know, lay a little bit into these jokes. I don't think going out of your way to block everybody is like the solution that'll help at all. I think it'll have like no effect to like a negative effect. I don't think that's ever gonna be positive.
Okay, I seriously think that like in a month and a half though, if I keep up this blocking, which I will, that there won't really be nearly as much of these type of jokes anymore.
Right. Yeah. I mean, potentially, I could say that's a possibility, but I legitimately don't think that. Right? Like, I block a lot of people on Twitter, but like people joke about me even when I'm not around to like hear them. Right? I think people like just shit talk in this community. They shit talk just to shit talk. They don't shit talk like get a reaction out of you. I genuinely don't think that. Right? Like, I have a lot of people blocked on Twitter. I have nothing against blocking people on Twitter. Block as many people on Twitter as you want. I don't give a fuck. But like, I'm just saying, optimally, I think that it's optimal that you don't like go around blocking so many people because like this will be made into like a much bigger deal than it needs to be. Does that make sense? Because like think about it this way: you're on a live. No, hold on. Think about it this way: you're on a live stream right now because you blocked people over a joke tweet that like had 30 likes before you started blocking people, or at least to my knowledge. Like, we're currently on a live stream.
It was my idea to start this live stream because it was content, but yeah. But I mean, to be honest, like I said, it's like 100 people max that even are in like the small commentary community sort of thing. So I don't think it really has much an effect. I mean, I've got 3,000 subscribers on YouTube.
Yeah.
And like 2% of them would even care about this stuff.
Yeah, exactly. It's absolutely like a minuscule amount, but like I'm saying, if you optimally want like this to be fuck me, not to be the fuck you, all right, not to be the biggest deal. Fuck you, Michael. I legitimately, I wanted to say this to you for the longest time. These are not jokes about you being a brony. This is a legitimate allegation. You're a fucking brony. Anyways,
no shit.
Anyway, so basically, you're on a live stream right now. This has become a way bigger deal than it's ever needed to be. If you didn't block people, like the word wouldn't have spread so much. Blocking people on Twitter in under like this context, like 100% blows this out of proportion. Like I get it. It's really tempting to respond to things for content. Like I totally get it. I've done it before too, but I don't think it's like the best decision. Does that make sense?
I guess I sort of agree. I definitely think if I didn't make the live stream, this wouldn't be as big. But I mean, this has been sort of entertaining. So
I mean, it has been, yeah. Like I get it.
And like I said, I don't even think this has really spread it much beyond like the original like drama on Twitter or whatever. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
maybe me blocking
Probably.
people, but I don't think this live stream specifically has. The people watching it and, the people taking calls and stuff already knew about the stuff before.
Oh yeah, it definitely did. But like, I don't even think the tweet would have gotten as big, like, if you didn't block people. I legitimately don't think like it would have gotten nearly as large as it is now.
Even if it did, just blocking people would like that just adds more like it adds more fuel to the fire, if you know what I mean.
But I do maybe in the short term, but I definitely think in the long term, blocking them would do more than not blocking them.
Yeah. I mean, maybe, but like, I think in the short term, like, it kind of matters as well. I don't think like if it has an effect,
I don't really care as much in the short term.
No, but if it has an effect at all, I don't think like you're going to be on the internet enough to like make up the long-term damage. Does that make, or like to make it up with like less long-term damage? I legitimately don't think so. I think that people shit talk in this community just to shit talk. I don't think they genuinely care about getting reaction out of you. I don't think they genuinely care about talking with you.
Who's Platino or however you say their name? Because what the fuck are they going on about?
I don't know. Fuck, are you on like?
Is this in your them on a live stream? They'll totally get.
Is this in your stream chat?
Pieman, can I make my argument?
No, this is the general chat.
Right.
Okay, so.
I'm gonna kick you out because Domino.
All right, I'm about to. Yeah.
I didn't even get to finish. No. I just wanted to ask a question, right?
Okay.
Oh, if I said you're gonna kick me out, it's kind of mean.
I said you're gonna.
Anyway,
I said I'm gonna kick you after I answer the question.
Okay, that's really cool. Okay, so, wait, so why is it okay to joke about blackface but not you being a pedophile?
Because, like I said, I think there's a
like you're basically joking. I'm not trolling. Like you're basically joking about black people.
Because I think there's a difference between a joke that is edgy and a joke that is directly personal. For example, I brought this up before. For example, let me just say, I brought this up before.
Well, don't you think that'd be personal to black people?
Let me talk. If you make a Holocaust joke, that's fine. It may offend some people, but who cares? You're not a bad guy. Make Holocaust jokes. But if you go to a Holocaust convention with a bunch of people who survived the Holocaust and had, I don't know, traumatic experiences with it. I know this is, taking it to, like a different example, but that's different. That's, if
can
you
I
say those Holocaust jokes, then that's kind of an asshole move. Sure.
Can I say this? So, Domino, why the fuck are you having this debate again? We already had this debate in private. What the fuck? Why are you bringing it up again? Holy shit, dude. I'm sorry. Go on.
Can I finish?
What do you have to say, Domino?
Okay, so I hope you realize, right, that it's a public platform, right? So when you make jokes about blackface, like a African American could see that and it's like, oh my, wow, like, dude, I can't believe he's joking about, my skin color. It's fairly personal to me.
That's different because, I mean, if you make a Holocaust joke, maybe a Holocaust survivor will see it, but you're not saying it to them. There's a difference. It's not personal. They may take it personal, but that doesn't mean the joke itself is personal. There's a difference there.
I don't know. That really depends. Like, what if someone, like, let's just say, like, I'm a black person, I'm on Twitter, and I'm scrolling through, and I follow, my favorite commentator, Pieman, and I look at his tweets, and he's saying, wow, I'm Pieman, and I'm, blackface, haha. I'd probably think, wow, I can't believe this kind of, it's like he's targeting me, I'd feel targeted.
But you weren't targeted. The joke inherently didn't target specifically you. I mean, if you had, I don't know, if you're black and you had bad experiences with the police and stuff and you've been a victim of racism, and then I go into your DMs and start doing blackface and, like, targeting you specifically, then that's kind of
but it's a public forum.
Personal.
It's a public forum, though. I don't get
it. Exactly. So it's not directed towards anyone. It's not targeting anyone.
Domino. The fundamental distinction that Pieman is making is between intent. There's very much so a distinct. No, shut the fuck up. All right. There's very much so a distinct intent in between saying something directly to somebody and them happening to come across it. Do you understand this?
What? I didn't even hear you. What?
Do you understand that there's a distinction to be made between intents of directly saying something to somebody and them happening to come across it?
Yeah, but, like, even still, I feel like if you were black and you saw that, you'd feel targeted. You're basically targeting
this is the follow-up question.
Of people, so I'd say it's
this is the follow-up question. Do you think intent plays a factor as to how, like the morality of an action?
Well, obviously, yeah.
Okay, so there's a moral difference in between these two. No, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. No.
Like they were.
No, so there's clearly a distinction in between the two intents of the actions, which, as you have conceded just now, means there's a difference between the morality of the two actions, which means you can draw a line between the two.
Okay. Well, my point was more so, right?
Hold on.
How come it's okay for you to make edgy jokes, but no one can make edgy stuff towards you? That's the thing.
I think it's okay to make edgy jokes. I think that in many instances, I think all edgy jokes are okay, but in some instances, like very personal jokes, are kind of an asshole thing to do. For example,
how is it personal?
I've made like George Floyd jokes.
Are you a pedophile? Is that why it's personal?
Like, no, it's personal because it names him. Fucking spaz.
Let me just say something. For example, I've made George Floyd jokes.
That's a thing that comes with the internet.
But if I go to George Floyd's parents and brother and start like making jokes about him in their faces, I think I would be an asshole if I did that.
Oh God, yeah. All right, I'm gonna peace out. I'm gonna peace out. This is getting like, okay, yeah. All right, that's all I had to say. Peace, my dude. Yep.
No, wait.
Y'all have a good stream.
Me and you are the best, okay?
Yeah, legit, Michael. Peace, my dudes.
Peace.
Yeah. Okay. Do we want to bring anyone else in, or is that it?
We're fucking ending it.
Yeah, we're fucking ending the podcast. You know, I'm resigning. Yeah, fuck you, Pie Man. I'm kidding.
Okay, in conclusion, all of you are Jewish.
Fuck you, Alibi.
You're Jewish!
Alright, thanks for watching the Drama Time podcast. Hope you enjoyed it. It was AIDS.
Okay. Hope you shut up, bitch. Okay. Let me do the fucking outro. This has been the Drama Time podcast.